Hello, everybody who is joining us live tonight, and hello to everybody watching the replay. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am not alone today. I would love to welcome my mom. That's my mom. Y'all said that you loved her so much in the vlogs, and somebody was like, you should bring her on Lattes with Laken. And so here we are, although let's be real, we're not having lattes. We are having wine. This is our wine from our Aldi Advent calendar today, and it is a dark red blend is what it says. So we haven't sipped it yet. So cheers. Cheers. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's what I would call a dark red blend. It's good. All right. Let us know down in the comments. What are you drinking? Rebecca, I see your comment. I don't know what to call her. They said, what should I call her? I feel like some people, they take like my name, like you could say plan with mom, but I'm not going to lie to y'all. I didn't really get my like planning skills from my mom. She's not really a planner unless it's a vacation. Yeah. That's the only thing you like really plan.
I really plan a vacation, but yeah, I'll have a whole spreadsheet on a vacation because I don't want to miss anything. I have a big fear of missing out, but I absolutely day-to-day life.
No, she's not a big planner. So not really plan with mom. All right. Hello, friends. What else? Okay. We have a lot of water, Diet Coke. What's the cheese for today? Rebecca, that's also on our list of things to do. So we can do that while you are sharing what you're drinking. So the cheese we're having today is a mild cheddar. We already took it out of the plastic. So cheers with cheese. It's cheddar. It's like a white cheddar. Nothing fancy.
It's cheese.
It makes the wine so much better. If you are not caught up on the vlogs, I will tell you Aldi has been doing a fantastic job of pairing their wines and cheese. And it is like, it's like magic. It's magic. Look at this. Do you see this comment? Hi, Papa. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that sounds really good. White chocolate gingerbread coffee, Colleen. That sounds delicious. Ooh. All right, y'all. What questions do you have? They can be for me. They can be for my mom. They can be for us together. Whatever you guys want to ask. Obviously within reason, you know, we'll edit out the questions we don't want to answer. And it's not day 9. That is the wrong one. We are live. Happy day 15. It is the 15th. We normally, if you're not new here, we do these on Wednesdays, but tomorrow is my stepdad's birthday. So we are celebrating tomorrow night. So we moved it to Tuesday. So, that is something you should definitely do, Brian. You should definitely try wine again. Wine is amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
An embarrassing story with the both of you. I don't know. You probably can come up with something better than I can with both of us.
An embarrassing story with both of us?
I don't know. Was there a time we both had too much wine?
Well, I'm sure there's that.
Oh, this is cute. What cheeses would you pair with Cabernet?
Oh, well,
cheddar.
Cheddar is really probably the best with Cabernet, and that's what the Advent calendars have.
That is what the Advent calendars have paired with it. Yeah.
Yep. But you can do Gouda, I think, as well. I think Gouda goes with a cab as well.
Anything not super strong too, Rebecca. Like you're not going to be pairing like a blue cheese with cab. We don't really like blue cheese in general. So.
No. But you can even do a brie, I think, too.
Yeah. Like a cooked brie or like a just cold brie?
You
like it cooked?
I like it cooked.
With honey. She puts honey on it. Tabitha, I will answer this question quickly. The Power Sheets all the way. That is my favorite goal planner, hands down. Hannah, where is Sam from? Where does his family live? I mentioned in last week's vlog that Sam also has a large family in addition to me. So most of his family is from Houston. Both of his parents live there. Good chunk of his siblings are still there. Some of them have moved out and are spattered a little bit across the country, but the majority with just 2 of his siblings, everybody else is in Houston. What was Laken like as a child?
Oh, this is really easy, actually. And this is not just because we're live, because Laken was a great child. She was easy from day one. She slept through the night, which is good for mommy early on. She was easy. She woke up happy. She woke up usually just talking to herself.
Well, I guess not much has changed there.
No. And she, and something she really liked as a child was stickers. So
Nothing's changed.
I kind of joke that now she's got adult sticker books. And,
You do.
And so she would, I mean, if I needed to occupy her, it was give her a book of stickers, and it was stickers everywhere, but she was happy. So she was super easy, and she was very, very smart. We didn't realize how smart she was because it was our first. And so we went, took her to daycare in 18 months, and we just assumed all the kids knew how to count at this point and knew their alphabet. And so, yeah. And her dad's asking me, like, what's the curriculum? I'm like, I don't know there's curriculum at 18 months old, but
that sounds like my dad.
She definitely was, super, super smart for her age always. And just a pleasure. Yeah, age 3, she would play the math game in the car. That was her favorite thing to do, is give her numbers so she could add them together. And that's, so
I've loved math and stickers from the get-go. So not much has changed, y'all. It's pretty much the same person. I skipped one. What was your favorite childhood memory? Maybe not favorite, but like, what's one that like is fun story?
One of my favorite memories was, this was Christmas. Were you 3? You must have been 3. And I was on my own, didn't have a lot of money at the time. And so, but I wrapped up, just everything. And everything she unwrapped, it was like, oh, Mommy, this is what I always wanted. And it'd be sidewalk chalk. And it was what she always wanted. And it was just so sweet because she was just so genuinely happy about every little gift she got. That it was just, that's one of my favorite memories.
Oh, that's cute. All right. What do you both want? I'm assuming is what you mean in 2021. What are you most looking forward to in 2021?
No more COVID, so we can travel.
She just wants to travel. They have a big trip planned to Australia. So I think just following through on that. I don't know. For me, I think at this point, I'm excited about moving into a new apartment and getting more space.
Yeah.
This is a funny question. Do you watch all the videos?
No.
Nope. She doesn't. Sam doesn't. My dad doesn't. Like, no, nobody, not even like my sister who watches YouTube all the time, watches all of my videos. Like, none of my family members watch all the videos. It's fine. Whatever. Is your mom originally from Texas too?
Yep. I was born and raised in Texas, and my whole life, except for one little blip, I was in Pennsylvania, but I was in Texas the whole time.
Yep. San Antonio. What is your mom's favorite Christmas tradition?
Oh, well, I tend to overdo Christmas. So it's all, I just love having, all the kids having all the presents on Christmas, because it's just to me fun to watch them open all these presents. And I think that's probably my favorite thing, because it's the one thing that we can do, and we can alternate schedules, but we can always have that time to
where our whole family is
and we get everybody squeezed in on the sectional. They all can all fit, and they squeeze in, and we're all opening presents, and it's so
it works for now while there's only one significant other. Someday that is not going to work.
True. Hopefully then maybe we'll have like a bigger
place to sectional. She's trying to like hint at somebody else hosting Christmas instead of her. All right. Do you have a regular Starbucks drink?
Oh, Christmas is my favorite time because I love the caramel brulee latte. Best drink ever. I love it.
Yes. Favorite family vacation?
Ooh, family favorite.
This is hard because we haven't gone on a ton with all of us, because when we like became a family was when I was a freshman in college. And so there's always been at least one kid in college, and that makes family vacations really tough because coordinating everybody's schedules and jobs and internships and all the things. So I feel like, with the exception of like, y'all's wedding and then like Parker's graduation in Pittsburgh, like we haven't been on out of town, all 8 of us.
You're right.
Really ever. Somebody has always been like out of it. Yeah. Because they couldn't go.
Which we have to change that.
Yeah. I think it gets easier now that a lot more of us are older, and
as everybody's out of school and being able to have that flexibility to go whenever, and we can do things, and we're going to set something up and do it all.
So maybe what's your favorite vacation ever? Maybe even without family. Like it could be with just Mark.
Oh, my fan. Oh, safari for sure.
Like I knew that was coming, y'all. They went to Africa to celebrate their 50th birthdays and just it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, this is how much have you loved? Apparently already implying a positive, having us around for the extra time.
Oh, it's been so awesome having them for more time. It's just that's when you think about all the hard things about COVID, you think about some of the blessings that you get out of this as well. And that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. Normally we come in for like a week and it's like, how do we cram in all the things that we can in a week? Family photos, shopping, wrapping, all of the things in a week. And now we can just like spread it out. Yeah. It's really nice.
Yeah. And our advent calendars that we get to do together.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That has been the best. I know next year. So you can't get them in New York. And if you're in New York, you realize this. And I've talked about this in the vlogs, but New York laws, you can't sell food and wine in the same place. So Aldi in New York, there are a select few, but they cannot sell the wine advent calendar. So after being spoiled this year, I have to do it next year. So I don't know if that means I'm gonna have to drive to another state around there and figure out how to get them so we can do them virtually. But like I'm gonna have to, because I can't buy them in New York.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I know.
Well, maybe you just have to come for extended time again.
Oh. Okay, I'm probably gonna be back at work by next December, Mom. Oh, this is fun. If you could buy a full-size block of any of the advent calendar cheeses, which one would you want?
Oh wow. That
I think it's the same one. Mine is that pepper.
The chives and onion one.
Oh, the chive and onion. Mine is the pepper Gouda.
Okay, mine
the
is
black
chives
pepper
and
Gouda.
onion one. Yeah, so good.
How did it feel leaving the burbs and moving to the city? She puts cheese in her mouth, but I know that she's like really excited.
I had this dream since I moved to Chicago to have a time where I was going to be in the city. And then life changed. And when I married Mark, it was, okay, I'm going to spend 5 more years in the burbs and then probably move straight to Florida. But when we realized it was going to work, that we could actually move to Chicago, I was super excited. And we moved to the place like I always dreamed about. And we just didn't realize how much we would actually love city living. It's so much fun. And now that all the kids seem to be congregating in Chicago, we will no longer be moving to Florida full time. We will move to Florida part time. We'll do the snowbird thing, and we will always have a place in Chicago. I can't imagine not having a place in Chicago all my life now because I just love it here.
Yeah, they are. The city. Do you miss anything about the burbs?
No. When we go out, it's funny because we go out there, we miss friends, but we go out there and we think we're going to be all nostalgic and be all excited. And then we get there and we're like, okay, I'm ready to go back. So
it's funny. It's funny. How did your family spread from Texas to Chicago to New York? So you can tell the story from Texas to Chicago if you like.
It was actually my work. It was in order to advance. They told me I had to move, and they did give me a choice to where I could have moved then to New York.
They basically said you had to be in a bigger city.
Yeah.
They were basically like, you can't, you're not going to get promoted in San Antonio. You need to get out of this city. And New York was way too expensive.
Yeah. First it was New York. I picked New York first. And then I realized I was going to be like on a 3-hour train in order to afford a house. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work. So, and Chicago was same time zone. So worked, for Laken to be able to go back and see her dad and her family in Texas. And so, and Chicago what's so great about Chicago is that it has this incredible friendliness that I would argue with anyone is more friendly than Texas. It's more, people in Texas are polite.
Midwest friendly versus
Midwest
Southern
friendly are actually friendly. They want to have conversations with you, not just be, polite.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And so it's a really good way to have big city, but very friendly. And so that was the choices, and we picked Chicago.
Yep. And then I just moved to New York. I'm the only one that went off to New York for a job after college. It's just me.
But I love New York.
That's true. And visiting is nice. Mm-hmm. Am I a Taylor Swift fan, and have I listened to Evermore? I do like Taylor Swift, but I like country music, and so I am super nostalgic for country Taylor Swift. In fact, I went to a Taylor Swift concert when I was in high school, I think, at that Joliet Theater, and she had one album, and it was a like a fundraiser. It was like associated with our high school baseball team, and somebody knew her, and it was like a fundraiser for something. She only had her first album, and it was magical. And I just am really nostalgic for country Taylor. So like I have a really hard time listening to current Taylor. That's just my struggle. So I haven't listened to it yet, and that's why. Ooh, lost my train of thought. You are a CPA, right? What kind of work did you do before you retired?
Well, I worked for public accounting firms my whole career. I started at KPMG in San Antonio, moved here with KPMG, and then ended up going over to Ernst & Young. And it was, I went and did audit. At first I was an auditor, and then I went over to the advisory side, which is more consulting. And then after I got married to Mark, I moved into the internal side of the organization, because then I could get rid of overtime and commuting and travel. And so it gave me a lot more time back to be now, a family of eight, as opposed to just me and the 3 kids. So it's I had a great experience in the firms that I worked for and the people that I worked with, and so.
But you also enjoy being retired.
Oh, I very much enjoy being retired.
Definitely a good time. Lisa, do you regret cutting the clear cover off of your plum paper? Not in the slightest, but I also haven't been going anywhere, right? It doesn't leave. The most that my planner travels is from like this apartment to the apartment 7 floors down. So, if you're somebody who's taking it everywhere, I can't say whether or not I would regret it, but so far I do not. Lisa Marie, we did make the decision to move, but the 15% discount was not tempting enough to stay, because we realized that the space is more important to us right now than that additional 15%. And given we are both very, very lucky and that our incomes have not dropped, given everything that's been going on, that it is worth it for us to move and be able to have those extra bedrooms.
Oh, that's rent.
Yeah. I was debating the 15% rent decrease that they gave me, but no.
Yeah. I don't know how the 2 of you could work.
No, we can't. And if somebody could maybe like write me a guarantee that like we'd both be back in the office full time April 1st or whatever that Monday is, then maybe it would be tempting, but I am 95% sure that is not going to be the case. And
at least June, July.
Exactly. And so we need space. We just need more space. This is a fun question. If you could give one piece of advice to somebody in their late 20s, what would it be?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I am in my late 20s. Well, for the next 3 months, but I think you.
Wow. Late 20s. You know what? It's like, I think, don't sweat the small stuff. There's a saying that I don't remember the first time I heard it, but that the days are long, but the years still go by fast. And they're talking mostly from, having children. Like there's days where like, oh my God, I have no sleep and I can't take this anymore. Or they're driving me crazy. So it feels very long, but then, then they're going to be 30 soon.
Yes, I'm going to be 30.
Yeah. So I think that if I had any advice is don't sweat all that little stuff, because it really, you look back and go, wait, what was that hard stuff? It wasn't really that hard. And, it's all the little joy and things you get to enjoy. And if that could segue into like kids, I always said every age is my favorite age. It's because every age, if you look at the positives, and what those kids are doing at that time, it's so much fun, whether they're learning how to talk, or they're learning how to walk, or they're actually becoming, like your best friend. So it's all awesome. So don't say terrible twos and awful things. And so don't sweat all that little stuff. Just focus on all those positive things. And I think that's what makes it, life so enjoyable, and having everything be fun all the time.
That's good advice. Any book recommendations from you? Something you maybe have recently read?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
See,
she's
I'm not as
just
good
not
of
a
a
big reader.
reader
Not a big
as
reader.
my daughter.
Not where I got that
That's
from.
one of the
either.
goals during retirement, but it just hasn't worked out that way. I think I read one book and it was a little.
It was the red, white, and royal blue book.
It was really cute. And so I got Becoming on the table over there. So that's the next. That's the
what's
next. That's what
She couldn't even wait for me to send her. I left our copy in New York, and I was like, I'll send it to you, and you can read it. And she bought it anyway.
Yeah,
but
I really want to read Michelle's book.
You're not reading it. Oh, this is funny. What part of Laken's personality does she get from you?
Ooh, I think. I think she's always been, there's a couple of things that I could think of here, and that's she's obviously very outgoing and an extrovert.
I think I get that from both of y'all, though. You're both extroverts.
We're true. Yeah, we're both that.
He's more like, I want to be the center of attention extrovert. You and I are more like, I want to be like friends extrovert. But.
True that. But her adaptability. And I think that when I thought of all the kids when they were younger, that was something that she could adapt to a new situation. I mean, her upbringing wasn't perfect. I started off a single mom, and but she could always adapt to whatever it was. And I always was confident that she could do that. And people always say that about me because mine was really worse than hers. But so it was, I think, adaptability.
I also get my intelligence from her, but we said that in the vlog.
Oh.
You already heard that in the vlog. That's where I get my smarts from. How was Laken when she became a big sister?
Oh, this is funny. So, because she was super, super excited when she found out I was having a girl. Because she.
Well, so I was already a big sister at that point, though. Like, I already had Parker.
Oh, so see, I keep thinking of big sister to Allie as a little sister. Oh,
yeah.
dang.
Well, so you can tell the Allie story if you want, but let's start with Parker. I was a great big sister to Parker.
You are until you. Fine, we don't need to tell them all the things. Yeah, until I didn't belt him into a stroller, and then she had a bump and poured the baby out into the street.
I was 6.
Fortunately, he's intelligent, so we know no permanent damage. No, you were. Oh, so with Parker, she was super excited, but she was 6, and it was that kind of big sister. And then with Allie, when she was 9, it was kind of I actually kind of consulted her. I'm like, are you sure mommy should have another baby? Are you going to be able to accept being able to help me and all this stuff? And she was super excited because at 9 years old, she was going to have her own live baby doll, not one from American Doll, her own live baby doll.
I never had an American Girl doll.
Yes, you did. Did you not?
No, you won't. Allie had an American Girl doll.
Oh, okay.
I never had one.
You never had one. Okay. Well, she got a live one, so I think that was better. But she was super excited until all her friends came over, and then they wanted to pay more attention to the little baby girl instead of Laken, and she didn't like that very much. Then all of a sudden it was like, oh, wait a minute.
I'm not sure I'm all about this little girl, this little baby doll. No, we love Allie, even though she's a little oddball. Oh, there you go. Jen, we answered this question. If she misses anything about the suburbs, not happening.
I have to say, over my old house, I miss my giant bathtub.
That's true.
I do miss that. And I do miss having a basement so that I can put my cat litter in the basement. Besides that, there's nothing I miss about being in the suburbs.
That is the one hard part about apartment living is cat litter. Cats in apartment living is a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Crystal, I'm not sure if this question is for me or my mom, but my favorite part of Vlogmas so far has been the advent calendars. The wine and the cheese advent calendar, and getting to do this every day has been the best. I mean, you probably agree.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why is accounting the best? She's an accountant. Where else has mom traveled?
Oh, I think a very fun vacation that I have to say was when my husband planned the entire vacation without me knowing a thing. And sometimes I can be a little controlling. And so that's one of the things.
Yeah, that's another thing I get from her.
And so people are like, wow, how could you just trust him to do it all and just be okay with that? And it was a freedom. It was like, wow, all I have to worry about is packing. And again, you just need to know the temperature of where you're going to be.
And I knew where they were going. And so we could consult on actual packing.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, travel clothes are travel clothes. You know, you're going to need things to see stuff in and, you know,
maybe one or two nice dinners.
Right.
It's like, it's
So really all I need is temperature. You know, do I need to bring coats and sweaters or do I need to bring dresses and swimsuits? So I knew the temperature and that's all I knew until I got to the airport and we went through Rome and spent a day in Rome. And then we went over to Athens and then on to Santorini and then on to Istanbul. And I think with all my surprises in travel, Istanbul was my surprise because my husband took a little bit of a risk there because I didn't actually say I wanted to ever go to Turkey. He knew Greece was a dream vacation for me, but Istanbul, I only regret not getting to spend more time in Istanbul because it was really that awesome of a place.
Wow, that's cool. Ooh, if I had 2 days in Chicago, what should I absolutely see? Amanda, this is a good question.
Ooh, oh my God. Well, of course, we have to take COVID out of the situation.
Yeah, non-COVID. And then can we also clarify, let's pretend like you're coming in the summer because that's the best time to come visit and that's when you should come visit.
Yeah.
So nice weather.
So we're going to assume those things, no COVID and nice weather. So you have to do the architectural tour, which is a boat tour on the Chicago River, because one of the things that Chicago has amazing of is our buildings and our architecture from all different periods. And I go on that thing so many times and I always learn something new. So you have to do that. You know, obviously have to, my thing is about water. And so you also need to see the city from the lake because that is the most beautiful view of the city is from the lake. So also doing a tour that gets you on a boat from the lake so you can actually see the city from there. You know, then it really becomes more personal preferences, you know, because we have great museums and, you know, depending on what, you know, appeals to you.
Yeah, museums, the aquarium's amazing. Like if that's your kind of thing. If you're a foodie, I mean, I don't personally like deep dish, but like you kind of have to have deep dish or you come to Chicago.
And our Italian overall is really, we have great Italian restaurants.
So does New York.
But, well, that's if something's not coming from New York.
That's true. They're not. She's actually from San Antonio.
Oh, from San Antonio. So see? Yeah, you have some Italian restaurants in San Antonio, obviously, but here it's like, you know, save your Tex-Mex for San Antonio and you have Italian here. But I think, and you have to go up one of the tall buildings, and I would pick the Hancock only because I know Sears has got the, you know, more iconic, it's taller and all that stuff, but the view from the Hancock, and you don't have to pay the observation deck prices, just go up to the bar. And you pay the same price for a martini and you get the same view. And so you get a drink with it.
I say the same thing about New York too. When someone goes, what building should I go to the top of? And I always say to go to the top of the Rock instead of the top of the Empire State Building, because then you can see the Empire State Building and you can see the park, which you cannot see from the Empire State Building. So I kind of say the same thing about New York.
But our waterfront, love it.
Oh yeah.
Love the waterfront, river and lake.
Oops. I am way behind y'all. Does your mom's household have a car?
Yes, we do have a car because, I definitely, but we went down to one. We used to have two, and so definitely no need for two. My husband hardly ever goes anywhere.
Well, they still have one. The youngest of our clan is still in high school, who lives mostly at his mom's house in the suburbs. So they still use the car every other weekend to go get him from the suburbs. So that's like I feel like the big.
But I say that's the Texan in me though too. I don't know if I ever not have a car. I gotta have. I like having that freedom of getting in a car and going somewhere. So yeah, I have to have a car.
That's fair. Does the whole Brady bunch still live nearby? So obviously except Laken. So almost 4 of the 6, because 1 is at school at the University of Illinois. 2, 3 live literally really close here in Chicago. The 1 in the suburbs, and then me, and then U of I.
Yeah, and Illinois, it takes me 2 hours and 10 minutes max to get there. So
yes, I guess. Yeah, they all live pretty close. Yeah, except for me. All right. It sounds like I got to give Evermore a chance. Okay. I will. Ooh, this is a fun question too. Anything I need to see in San Antonio that is not a tourist spot? Okay, well, you know what? I don't know where in San Antonio you live, but we lived in Helotes when we left. And
in Helotes, if you go into the hills there's places that you can get to the top of, and then you can see the skyline of San Antonio from that. And I think that's kind of cool, and like a little hidden spot that, you know, you wouldn't know about because it's not touristy. And then trying to think of things, because there's things that aren't touristy. Because going out into the hill country is my favorite part of being.
That's not even San Antonio anymore, though. Like if you're saying go out to like the hill country, like Fredericksburg, that kind of hill country.
Yeah,
because that's not San Antonio.
Like, no, it's not. But it's a nice day trip from San Antonio. What else would I think? Gosh, and I lived there my whole life.
Something comes to you, you can share.
I'll have to think about that.
When COVID's over, y'all need to go to a Spurs game also. Have you two always been close?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Rebecca, likely not. We are going to stay in New York a little bit longer because I do feel like I got robbed a little bit of my year in New York. I had I was good with the timeline. Had all the things I wanted to do in New York. And I feel like this year we didn't get to do things in New York. So it got postponed a little bit, but it's still, it'll still be here.
It'll give us a chance to take everybody that didn't get to go to New York before
to come visit. Yeah. And especially if we have multiple bedrooms, we can much easier have people come stay with us. It is tough to have people stay with you when you have a 1-bedroom, but in a 3-bedroom, pop up a couple air mattresses and you can people can crash. This is funny. Do you have a video that shares your family, siblings, ages? Alexis, I do. I got to find it. It's an old vlog. And I told the whole story of from beginning to end, how all my parents came to be. And yes, I have 8 siblings, some half, some step. They're all younger than me. 7 of the 8 are boys. That's the summary. It is complicated. And so don't feel bad. Sam and I were just trying to explain this to somebody the other day on a Zoom. And I was like, Sam, stop trying. It's not going to happen. Mom of Laken. It's the best I could come up with. I know you aren't a big planner, but are you a goal setter?
Yeah, I used to joke about New Year's resolutions. I mean, I'd set myself up for failure. No, I wouldn't say I am. But at the same time, always in my head, I mean, I'm constantly thinking about things and needing to do things. And I feel like that I've been able, up until maybe my older age here, is to be able to plan more things in my head. Okay. As opposed to
needing to write
them down. And so, and I'm a little bit of, go with the flow too, but at the same time, I do think my brain is always kind of working. And now that it's getting older, it doesn't work as well. So same thing with lists. I'm not good with those either.
She hates making lists. She hates making a grocery list. And I'm like, she's like, I forgot something. Make a list. Make a grocery list.
I know. But what is so funny is that I don't know who's taken Myers-Briggs, but it's the last Myers-Briggs.
Yeah.
letter.
The planner, the J versus,
And so I was in an accounting firm, and the way they presented it to us, it was a group of women senior managers that were planning us for partnership. They had us all go to different tables and to determine trying to figure out what we actually were. So they wouldn't tell us them first. And so they divided us all up, and then was, this lone little table with me and 2 other people, which was kind of weird. And now the other tables had more people. And the thing is for us to write down our to-do list for the last weekend. And when we got done, and all of us kind of looked at each other like,
nope, I don't do that.
No, I don't think I have that. And the lady came around and said, that's exactly how you're supposed to react. You wouldn't have one of those. And we're just like, okay. But we were definitely the minority in our profession for not having those kind of things.
Those kind of tactics.
So that's just, I guess, not my personality.
That's super funny. I am still using the Clink ID lotion, and I do still like it. I don't like the tint one, so I don't recommend that one, but everything else I've used from that, I love it. What do you love most about each other?
Oh, that's so cute.
For me, I think it's how she puts everybody else first. She wants everybody else's Christmas to be perfect. She's like, don't give me gifts. And she just, everybody like, we're going to do 2 meats because this person likes this meat. And we can't not have this kind of meat. And like, it's all like very thoughtful about like what other people want and what's going to make them happy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
I think that there's so many things that I admire and love about Laken, but no, it's just everything that she's done in this regard as far as taking a passion, something that she's so passionate about, and so many people her age would have just said, oh, look, I make great money doing this, and I don't love it, but hey, I make great money, and just keep doing it versus actually branching out and taking a chance and taking this passion and making something of it. That's something to be really proud of, and especially at your age. Sometimes people figure that out when they're 50. You're like, dang, I should have done this. This is not what I should have done with my life. It's not me. Instead, she's taken that and she's so dedicated to it. It just really impresses me. I mean, I feel like I could talk her into trying to, let's go shopping. Let's go have wine. And no, she's got things to do.
I'm like, oh, I've got a video to film. I got this to do and that to do. She's like, okay. That's true. That's true. What is your mom's favorite Christmas movie? Am I supposed to know that? I was like, I don't know.
Guess what my favorite Christmas movie is? I'm trying to figure out how much I love so many of them.
I know. I feel like you do love so many of them. I feel like Miracle on 34th Street is probably up there.
Oh, very up there.
I feel like Elf is probably up there.
I
feel like we just watched The Holiday the other night. I feel like that's probably up there.
Four Christmases.
Four Christmases.
I got one too. Yeah, I got a lot. I have a hard time picking favorites. I like them all. Can I like them all?
You can like them all. When it's safe to travel, where would you like to go? Both of us.
I know where I'm going.
She's going to Australia. I just would like to go somewhere. I just would like to, I don't know. Right now, I just would like it to be safe enough to go.
Oh, heck, if I could go to Florida right now, it'd be great. But I already lost my Australia, New Zealand trip to COVID this last year. So really eager to have that one come true in 2021.
Yeah. I am going to be doing one little word, Joanna. I did see the products. I watched the video. I'm so glad that it's silver. I'm so freaking excited about that. I mean, it is what it is. I only got through 3 months this year, which, I mean, come on, given everything that was going on, I'm impressed I did that much. So I'm looking forward to just trying again next year. Oh, wait, that was a good one. Where did that go? What makes Sam and Laken good partners?
Oh, they're asking me?
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're asking me.
Well, there's something that Laken had said about Laken being a lot like me and Sam being a lot like my husband, and that that she sees how happy Mark and I are, and that the commonalities.
It's so weird. Like they are very similar. My stepdad and Sam are very similar, and right down to like wanting to work for themselves and like just all kind, like they are just very similar.
They are very, very similar. And so
if we can be like them, we'll be good. Is there a story behind Allie's name like there is for Laken? Sarah. No. Yeah. And Allie actually, she'sAlly. And I know everybody gets confused because Allie spelled like that. Allie Edwards, who does all the memory keeping stuff. They're like the one whose name is like your sister. So my last name is Edwards. My sister's last name is not Edwards. So when somebody says that, I'm like, wait, what? I get very confused because her last name is not Edwards and she spells it differently. So I never have that issue.
She's the kid that doesn't have a cool story or a family name. And so, I get crap for that one.
Yeah. Oh, this is funny. We went to Imperial Laken for Christmas a few years ago.
Oh.
So we alternate it every other year. We either have Christmas Eve or Christmas night where it's just the 4 adults. I mean, some of my siblings are adults, so I feel weird saying that now, but you know what I mean? Like it's just me and Sam and my mom, my stepdad. And we always try to do usually some form of Asian because Sam likes Asian food and he is Jewish. And so it's fun to do Asian on one of those nights. And so we did. We went to Imperial Laken one of those years. And then Somerset is the one with the little houses.
Yep. Yeah. I've been to Somerset a lot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Alamo Cafe. Oh, stop.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need a tortilla.
Yeah. That's one of the first stops when we get back to San Antonio.
Oh, this is fun. Do you both have all of your holiday shopping done? And are you a fan of wrapping presents?
All right. So no, I don't have all my, you think retired, I would have all my holiday shopping done. No.
Yeah, but some of your kids are really tough to shop for and they don't give you good lists. So then you
I know.
struggle.
I struggle, right? So it's a long process for me. So no, never have my holiday shopping done in time. And then as far as, wrapping presents, in the past when I would wrap presents, I would just sit in front of the TV and watch holiday movie after holiday movie after holiday movie, and it would go by a lot faster. Now I'm trying to just do it in little spurts. When I have 20 minutes, I can wrap a couple presents. And so I do that, and it's just stacking up over there.
It's also easier now. There's little ears around. I won't be too explicit, but we just put the presents out as they're wrapped. And so that makes things easier.
Oh yeah. In the past it sucked.
And then she also recruits my sister to help her wrap.
Oh, she likes to wrap.
Yeah. I don't really like
She even wraps her own presents.
She'll put it in a box.
She'll put it in a box. She'll wrap it. She goes, "Who's this for?" I'm said you.
Oh, that's so funny. I don't think, have you heard of the Enneagram personality test? I know you referenced Myers-Briggs, but I don't, Brianne, if I had to guess, my mom is a 2-wing-3, but I don't know that for sure. That is my guess. So we can talk about it. We can do a test. It's a personality test where it's numbers 1 through 9, and you have a main type, and then you are a wing of one of the numbers next to you.
Oh, there was something I did that was numbers with somebody in the building. I don't remember if it was called that or not. But I don't remember what.
So I'm a 3-wing-2. I think you are a 2-wing-3. But we can figure it out more. Ooh, this is a great question. Was it hard to be a woman CPA in the 80s? She's an actuary.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I remember, this horrible story. Fortunately, I worked for some really great partners that treated me very, very well, and really, really respected me. And I had just this incredible experience. And then I was a senior manager, and the partner on my engagement was out of town. And so it was up to me and the other senior manager, who was also a female on USA at the time, to babysit for an hour and a half the chairman of the firm. And we sat there at a Starbucks, and he asked us, "How do women make it in our firm?" And we thought, "Oh, well, shit! If that, sorry,
okay.
If you don't know, then I don't know how we're going to do it." All of a sudden, I'm a little worried about that. And we realized that, both she had a stay-at-home husband, and I had a husband that could, deal with my schedule. And I was just like, but really, that's the question that, I really lost faith and realized that there was still so much to do as far as, women in the financial services industry. And
I think there still is.
Oh,
I think there definitely still is. When I look at our reporting, I just took a product to an approval committee, and it was of the 10 people that had to approve it, 1 was a woman. And I was like,
but I have to say another little cute story about her was that when I first started in public accounting, the managing partner of my office passed away. And I told her that, and she goes, I said, the boss of our office, passed away. And she goes, "Well, what was her name?" And I was like, "Oh,
wait, you never told me that story. That's awesome."
I was like, and then when we did Take Your Daughter to Work Day, they had shown a picture of the partnership from, I don't remember what year, maybe in the 70s or 80s. And they asked the kids, what do you see about this picture? And it's the first one to go, "There's no women." This is and then that's,
well,
because,
explains a lot. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, do you remember what your Myers-Briggs type is?
Yes. Well, it's E. Okay. Tell me what the choices are.
Either S or N. So sensing or intuition, facts or feelings?
Intuition.
Okay, so I'm facts. I'm an S there. The next one, T. It's TF.
F.
So I'm that one. It depends on the day. I could literally get either one. I'm very borderline. And then the last one is the JP. And I know you're a P. I'm a J.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh, I lost my spot again. What does Mark do?
My husband?
Yeah.
Oh, he is an insurance broker for a specialty insurance, which is where companies buy insurance to insure their accounts receivables, to make sure people pay them. So if their accounts receivables don't pay them, then insurance covers it. So, and he's done that for years and at home and very successful.
Very successful. It's like Lorelai wanting to go shopping and Rory has to study.
Exactly. That's it. That is it. Oh my God.
That's us. That's
yeah, I'm Lorelai. She's Rory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This one makes me like nervous, excited. What was your first impressions of Sam?
Okay, wait, when did I first meet Sam?
I was moving apartments. So you came to New York when we moved from the old apartment to the current apartment. I don't even remember. I don't actually remember when y'all met. Like, I don't remember that moment, but I know that was the trip that you came and met him.
It was super excited because you were super excited. So I already have a preconceived, to know that she is, with someone that, is truly making her happy. It was super exciting. And so, yeah, I was the first parent that got to meet him.
That's true. I did meet his dad and stepmom. That was the first in general, because they just happened to come to New York that summer. It was we'd only been dating like 2 months when I met his dad and stepmom, but like they just happened to be in New York. And so it was kind of silly for us not to meet. And then it was mom.
Yeah.
What does your mom think of December Daily? Does she like to document or memory keep? So December Daily is the project I'm doing where we have to go get photos every day when we go for walks.
I like that.
You don't currently memory keep, but she did. She used to scrapbook like pretty hardcore when we lived in Texas.
Yeah. But it was also an excuse to get with your friends and
drink wine and like scrapbook. We would go to like the scrapbook store.
Oh yeah, they'd have these like workshops and you could buy these kits and like, make the pages. Oh, it was so awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I could enjoy doing that again. Maybe I'll take it up for grandchildren.
Grandchildren scrapbooking. No pressure over here. Oh, this is a good question. What do you two do to nurture your relationship when you are not together in person?
I think that I tell people that our generation is so blessed with technology that the generation before didn't have. And being able to real time connect with your kids via a texting. And I told my friends really early on, and I may have been one of the ones that had a child, earlier than others, and just like learn how to text, because some people in my generation at first were like, whatever, pick up the phone. It's like, no. You want to communicate with your kids, learn how to text. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. And, but
we also talk on the phone a lot.
Right. But so you have that instantaneous connection, but we talked on the phone a lot. And when she went off to college, she called me all the time and it was like really, really sweet. And she would and I would just like, okay. And I would always be so excited that we could have the ability to talk all the time. So we talk sometimes for hours. And so it's so much more but even in college also, you would you FaceTime me and go, Mom, does this necklace go with this outfit? Which one should I, and I was like, oh, see, that's what,
technology
right.
is nice. Yeah.
Before you had to go to a hardline phone and call your parents every Sunday night or whatever. So
that's so funny. Yeah, we talk on the phone a lot.
Yeah, technology is a miracle. Just talking on the phone, texting, sending pictures, jokes, whatever, FaceTiming.
Hope we have some sharing our their Andygrams and their IMDb. Does your mom dye your hair as well? I don't know anyone who does it themselves besides me. She gets hers done.
Oh yeah, but not this year.
Not this year.
This year, yeah, it's really, really bad. Twice this year. So yeah, normally I get it done every 7 to 8 weeks. So yeah, no.
Amanda, we've been together 4.5 years. Yeah, it was May of 2016. Isn't that crazy? I know that's crazy. What are your mom's hobbies and any favorite Chicago area wineries? Well, those two questions really go together because going to wineries is one of her hobbies.
Aw,
I mean that in a good way.
what hobbies do I have? I walk a lot. I love to walk.
She goes for walks.
Yeah, because I think it's just so much fun. Chicago has so much to embrace and to see, whether it's the architecture or the lake or the river or it's just so much fun. Wineries, we don't have any in Chicago, but we have them in Michigan. And just a few weeks ago, my husband and I did a little quick trip over to Michigan and did some of the wineries there. It was a lot of fun. It was really cold, unfortunately, that weekend. And so we were out there shivering because we stayed outside to do our tasting.
Safety first.
But it was fun. My husband, he's not a big wine drinker. He's not a big drinker.
Neither is Sam.
But he obliges me.
This is fun. Okay, we're getting near the end of our time, but I like this question. How did you meet Mark?
Oh, how did I meet Mark? So we like to try to say it's like really something cool. Like it was a jazz club. It was a bar, but
it's not here anymore. It was a bar. It was a piano type jazz bar in downtown Naperville. That no longer exists.
Well, they had the first one in the city here close by in Chicago, and then they had and they put one out in Naperville, and one of my very best friends from San Antonio was up to visit. And we went to the pizza shop that was right next to this jazz bar, and I saw that this singer that I really, really loved was going to perform that night or the next night. And I said, okay, well, getting a babysitter because we're going to do this. And I met him there, and it, kind of was a joke about who saw each other first, but I have witnesses. And so I saw him and I was just like, ooh. And so then, purposefully made sure that my friends and we danced on the dance floor right by him. And I went off first. I went off last so that he could stop me and talk to me. And he did.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
That was how many years ago now?
It was June 14th, 2008.
12 and a half years ago. That's crazy. All right, y'all. We have got to get going because otherwise we're not going to get dinner because we've got to make the dinner. Normally she is cooking while I am doing this. And then when I'm done, we just eat dinner. But since she's been here with me, we got to get to the dinner thing. So let's end with our last question. What is one thing that you are going to do this week to make progress on your goals? We're going to finish Christmas.
That's my goal. I like to finish Christmas by Friday.
By Friday? Did you just pull that random date out of your?
No, because I'm getting Christopher on Friday and I like to be done for this weekend. Okay. So yeah, I like to be done. But
I need to get the things that I'm mailing out by Friday, like my package to Texas.
I still have to pick my Christmas cards.
Oh yeah, you have to do that too. Your Christmas.
Yeah, my Christmas cards aren't getting by Christmas. That's for sure.
No, that's all right. Wrap presents. Yes, Rachel. I do too. Maybe I'll ask Allie to wrap mine. Work out, Brienne, on that Peloton. I see you. Wrap all your presents, holiday cards, finish buying presents, all the holiday things, all the fun holiday things that we all need to finish this week so we can relax next week and enjoy the family time and the time off. Oh, that's fun, Rebecca, setting your son up with his new planner. Oh my gosh, so many fun things. Lots of grading, it looks like that needs to be done, and lots of Christmas. And for those of you getting the Moxie Life notebooks, they are going to be shipped this week. Don't forget to head over to that live tonight too. Sierra is going live. I think it's at 7 Central, 8 Eastern for the next page or the next part of the Moxie Life goal setting series over there. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. If you had fun, please give this video a thumbs up. Say thanks to my amazing mom for joining us. And it was the best. I'm so glad. And I am hoping to get my sister on one of these before we leave Chicago. She's working tonight, so tonight didn't work out. Plus, I think they need to be separate. This was mom, and then my sisters will be my 20-year-old sister. So thank you guys so much for watching. You're the best. Bye.